I died choking on my own blood, the cold marble floor of the Voss Tower penthouse pressing into my cheek like a lover's final betrayal. The last thing I saw was Alexander Voss's face, twisted not in regret, but in cold calculation, as he watched the life drain out of me, his diamond cufflinks glinting like the teeth of a predator. "You were never meant for this world, Victoria," he'd whispered, right before the darkness swallowed me whole. But death isn't the end when you've got unfinished business. I woke up gasping, not in some ethereal void, but back in my cramped Brooklyn walk-up, the alarm clock screaming 6:45 a.m. on a Tuesday in 2023, the day before Alexander Voss would first lay eyes on me during my interview at his Midtown empire. My hands flew to my throat, smooth and unmarked, no bruises from the accident he'd staged. Trung Sin, reborn. And this time, I wouldn't clean up his messes. I'd burn his kingdom to the ground. The subway rattled me toward Manhattan like it always did, but everything felt sharper, the fluorescent lights buzzing with the electricity of second chances. I was Victoria Hale, 28, single mom to a non-existent kid in this timeline. Thank God for small mercies, and janitor by trade because Harvard dropout debts don't pay themselves. In my first life, I'd clawed my way into Voss Enterprises as a library custodian, dusting leather-bound tomes in the Billionaire'S private sanctum on the 87th floor. Alexander Voss, tech mogul, philanthropist facade, king of algorithms that predicted your next purchase before you dreamed it. He was the American dream weaponized, self-made from Jersey scraps to Forbes covers, with a jawline that sold cologne and eyes that stripped you bare. That first interview? A fluke. I'd spilled coffee on my resume, smudged the ink just enough to hide the faded Harvard crest. But Alex, God, how I hated that nickname now, had seen through the stains. "You're overqualified for mops, Miss Hale," he'd said, leaning back in his ergonomic throne, that smirk curling like smoke. He'd offered me the library gig on the spot, a six-figure salary to curate his collection, whispering about a spark he saw in me. Flattery from a man who could buy islands. In life one, it had been the break I needed, stability for the first time since Mom's overdose and Dad's vanishing act when I was 12. I'd fallen hard, too, nights tangled in his sheets, whispering dreams of equity shares while he mapped my scars with his fingers. But secrets have a way of surfacing like oil and water. Mine, not the dropout shame, but the bloodline. Victoria Hale wasn't my real name. It was Voss, Alexander's half-sister, illegitimate spawn of his father, Richard Voss, the old man who'd banged my mom, a Vassar art student, in the 90s, then paid her off with hush money and a one-way ticket to oblivion. I'd pieced it together at 18, hacking public records from a library computer, the DNA test kit bought with birthday cash confirming the 50% match. But telling Alex? That would have been suicide. Or so I thought. In life one, I'd buried it deeper than Jimmy Hoffa, until a careless email from my P.O. box mix-up exposed it all. He'd changed my life overnight, all right. Promoted me to executive assistant, paraded me at galas as his prodigy find, even floated adoption papers to legitimize the family. It felt like Cinderella, minus the pumpkin, until the boardroom whispers turned to threats. Alex's empire was built on dirty data. Voss AI scraped identities without consent, fueling black market sales to governments and core. My promotion was a cage. He needed my silence, my loyalty coded into NDAs thicker than his Folgers-stained ledgers. When I pushed back, demanding a cut, exposure for Mom's sake, he snapped. The fall from the penthouse. Officially a suicide. But I knew. A shove, a fabricated note about overwhelm, and poof, illegitimate sister vanishes, no loose ends. Now, reborn, the subway doors hissed open at 57th Street, and I stepped into the wolf's den with eyes wide open. No more wide-eyed awe. This time, I'd play the long game. Seduce the secret out, twist the knife on his betrayals, and watch him choke on his own algorithms. Controversial? Hell yes. I'd frame allies, leak to rivals, maybe even sleep with the devil to damn him. But justice in America isn't clean. It's a street fight with lawyers and lobbyists. And I was armed with the future. The Voss Tower loomed like a glass obelisk, piercing the smoggy sky, its lobby a cathedral of marble and malice. Security nodded me through, same fake smile, same bobbing ponytail hiding the tremor in my fingers. Elevator to the 87th. Smooth jazz piping in, masking the hum of servers that held the world's dirt. My interview suit hung looser than before. Grief had whittled me down in life one, but now adrenaline fueled the fire. I rehearsed the lines. Humble, eager, forget the ivy ghosts. Alex was there, of course, perched behind his desk like Zeus on Olympus, scrolling holograms that danced in midair. Mid-40s, salt and pepper hair slicked just so. That cologne, sandalwood and sin, hitting me like a gut punch. "Miss Hale," he drawled, voice like aged bourbon. "Tell me why a woman with your poise is slinging sponges." I met his gaze, steel in mine. In life one, I'd stammered about fresh starts. Now, because fresh starts pay the rent, Mr. Voss. And I've got a knack for uncovering hidden gems. Subtle nod to the library, to the secrets it'd hold. His eyebrow arched, intrigue flickering. Hooked already. We talked books, Hemingway's grit, Rand's ruthlessness. He laughed at my quip about Gatsby's green light being just bad city planning. By the end, the offer, $150,000, benefits, a corner office in the stacks. "Start tomorrow," he said, hand lingering on mine a beat too long. Electricity or warning, both in his world. That night, back in Brooklyn, I didn't cry over takeout lo mein. I mapped it out on a napkin. Phase 1, infiltrate and document. His ledgers weren't just books. They were encrypted drives disguised as first editions, holding the Voss AI's dark heart, stolen identities, rigged elections, payoffs to senators. In life one, I'd glimpsed one, heart pounding as I dusted its spine. Now, I'd photograph every page. Phase 2, allies. In the first go-round, I'd trusted Elena, his PA, sleek Latina with a law degree and a grudge. She'd fed me wine and whispers, only to sell me out for a bonus when Alex sniffed disloyalty. This time, I'd use her, then ghost. And Marcus, the IT whiz kid, awkward genius who'd crushed on me hard. Loyal to a fault, until Alex's threats broke him. I'd break him first, gently to my side. Phase 3, the reveal. Not his sister. That was too messy, too personal. No, I'd weaponize it differently. Let him think I was a plant from a rival, BlackRock or some ghost corp, feeding intel. Paranoia was Alex's Achilles. I'd make him eat his own tail. But revenge isn't a checklist, it's a storm. And storms brew controversy. My first call, to a burner phone app, texting an anonymous tip to the New York Times. Voss AI equals Big Brother 2.0. Check the library ghosts. Too soon? Maybe. But shock value. That's American as apple pie and AR-15s. Dawn broke over the East River, gilding the water in false gold. I slipped into my uniform, crisp black polyester, name tag pinned like a scarlet letter, and headed back. The library awaited. Mahogany shelves groaning under volumes from Alexandria's Echoes to Zuckerberg's Manifestos. My domain, once a sanctuary, now a vault. First day jitters? Faint. I cataloged, dusted, eyes scanning for the safe behind the false panel. War and Peace, hollowed out. Combo. His birthday, 05071978. Child's Play. Inside, a tablet, biometrically locked. In life one, I cracked it post-affair, fingerprints lingering like bad sex. Now, preemptively, I'd lift a glass at the welcome lunch, press his thumb to the screen under pretense of cheers. Elena buzzed in at noon, all highlights and heels. "Vicky, Alex says you're a natural. Lunch on the terrace?" Her smile was Botox tight. I mirrored it, venom veiled. Over salads. Kale for her, cob for me. We bonded over toxic exes. Mine? Fabricated. A Wall Street wolf who ghosted after knocking me up. Hers? Too real. Alex's wandering hands, she implied with a wink. Seeds planted. Afternoon blurred. Shelving donations, a first edition Ulysses worth more than my mom's life savings. Alex popped in unannounced, tie loosened, sleeves rolled. Settling in. His proximity prickled, memories of his breath on my neck, promises in the dark. Like I was born for it. I replied, holding his stare. Double entendre? Absolutely. By quitting time, the city pulsed below, horns and hustlers. I swiped out, heart hammering. Phase 1 underway. But as I hit the street, phone buzzed, an unknown number. "We know who you are, Voss. Play nice, or the kid suffers." Kid. No kid. Bluff? Or had my tip rippled already? Panic clawed, but I crushed it. This was New York. Bluffs were currency. Still, controversy nipped. Was I endangering ghosts from my past life? Mom's old dealer, sniffing for scraps? No matter. I'd ghost them all. Week 1 blurred into strategy. Mornings, coffee runs laced with observation, Alex's tics, his late-night calls to DC suits. Evenings, dives in Hell's Kitchen, schmoozing hackers for backdoor code. Marcus entered stage left on Friday. Lanky, glasses fogged, dropping off server logs. New girl, right? Need the Wi-Fi deets. Crush evident. I leaned in, laughed at his Star Wars rant. You're my Obi-Wan now, I teased. Hooked. Elena, meanwhile, probed. What's your story, Chica? You got that Ivy vibe. Deflect, just lucky. But luck's a lie. By Monday, too, I'd palmed Alex's thumbprint during a strategy sesh, him monologuing AI ethics over scotch. Safe cracked that night, post-shift, files galore. Voss AI sins, hacked voter rolls in 20, deepfakes tanking competitors. Screenshots burned to cloud, encrypted with Marcus's unwitting help. The betrayal simmered. Alex's half-sister secret? I'd drop hints, let it fester. A forged email to his inbox, from Mom's ghost. Richard's mistake lives. VH. Watched him pale over CCTV I'd spliced into the system. Paranoia bloomed. He doubled security, I'd me sharper. Controversy hit mid-month. My Times tip leaked. Front page teaser. Voss Empire, Data Dracula? Stock dipped 3%. Alex raged in board meetings. I eavesdropped via vents, blaming insider sabotage. Elena cornered me. You hear this? Crazy, right? Her eyes darted. She knew something. I played dumb, but inside, triumph tasted like bile. Then, the pull. Late October, harvest moon mocking from high rises. Alex summoned. Drinks? My place. Penthouse, floor-to-ceiling glass framing the abyss. Wine poured, tension thick. You're different, Victoria. Like you see through me. His hand on my knee, familiar fire. In life 1, I'd melted. Now, I leaned closer, lips brushing his ear. I see everything, Alex. The ledgers. The lies. He froze, then laughed, nervous bark. Ambitious. I like it. We tumbled anyway. Old habits, new weapons. Postcoital glow? Nah. I slipped his phone, cloned it while he snored. Secrets downloaded. Payoffs to my mom's suicide, enabler, a junkie PI. Dawn brought regret's shadow. But revenge doesn't pause for morning afters. I texted Marcus. Meet. Big ask. Over beers in a dim bar. I spun the tale. Alex is dirty. Help me expose. His eyes widened. Loyalty warring with lust. For you? Yeah. Code handed over. Backdoor to the AI core. Elena, though, smarter than she looked. She cornered me in the ladies. I know your game. Vicky. Alex confides. That email? Sloppy. Knife edge. Join or burn. I hissed. Her laugh. Bitter. Burn him? I'd toast marshmallows. Alliance forged, fragile as rice paper. November chilled the air. Thanksgiving turkeys mocking family facades. My family now? A web of thorns. Alex grew erratic. Yacht invites turned interrogations. Who's VH, Vic? I'd feign sleep, heart racing. The secret clawed free one blizzard night. Snow blanketing Central Park. Us snowed in the library. Whiskey-fueled, he confessed fragments. Dad's affairs, Mom's payout. You remind me of her, he slurred. Push, what if I am her echo? DNA kit from my purse, Tata. His face. Horror, then hunger. Sister? Fuck. This changes everything. It did. Promotion rocket. VP of Ethics. Ironic crown. Board fond. Media spun Voss air emerges. Overnight change? Understatement. But the betrayal's echo loomed. In life 1, this embrace masked the cage. Now, I built the bars myself. Leaks time to cripple subsidiaries. Rivals circling like sharks. Climax brewed at the holiday gala. Met, black tie, chandeliers dripping wealth. Alex toasted family. Arm around me possessive. Elena slipped me a drive. Final ledger, his election rig for 24. Marcus hacked live. Projections on screens glitching to truth. Chaos erupted. Gasps, flashes popping. Alex cornered me in the coat room, grip bruising. You bitch. Blood or not, you're done. The shove came. Toward the balcony, wind howling. Deja vu iced my veins. But this time, I twisted, elbow to gut. He staggered, eyes wild. Victoria, wait. No. I need him. Phone dialing 911 mid-fall. Sirens wailed as guests poured in. Twist. Elena, filming it all, uploaded live. Vasser fights back. Stock plummeted 40%. Feds swarmed by dawn. Arrested? Him, not me. But the real twist? Marcus's code backfired. Traced to me. Feds at my door. Accessory? Elena's betrayal. Round 2. Sold out for immunity. Cuffed, I laughed. Happy ending? Nah. Justice in America is a coin flip. From Rikers, I watched the empire crumble. Alex suicided in cell. Note forged by me via smuggled phone. Elena rose, Phoenix on my ashes. But rebirth's gift? A second trial. Parole in 5, book deal pending. Mom's grave got flowers, real ones. I stepped out reborn again, Brooklyn winds whispering. Cleaner no more. Voss. Just a name on a headstone. And me? Victoria Hale, survivor, scorched earth queen. The bars of Rikers clanged shut behind me like punctuation on a bad sentence. But freedom in New York ain't freedom. It's just a longer leash. 5 years blurred. Appeals, depositions, the slow grind of a system that chews whistleblowers and spits out cautionary tales. Elena? She ascended, Voss interim CEO, all glossy interviews on CNBC, spinning the tragic sibling rivalry into empowerment porn. Marcus? Vanished to Silicon Valley, ghosting my letters. And Alex? His suicide held up, hanging in his cell, belt from a tailor who swore it was monogrammed AV clean. Too clean. I'd paid a guard in commissary smokes to stage it, but doubts gnawed. Was it really my doing, or had the machine I'd unleashed turned on itself? Rebirth number 2 hit on release day, October 31st, 2028. Halloween, ironic mask for the unmasking. I'd signed the last form, stepped into the gray drizzle of Port Morris, when vertigo spun the world. Not dead, paroled, but flung back. Again. The walk upstairs creaked under sneakers too new, alarm blaring 6:45 a.m., 2023. Deja vu doubled. Same Brooklyn dump, same subway scar on my palm from a 22 commute fumble. But this time, the hook dug deeper. Not just Alex's shove, but the courtroom gavel slamming, guilty on conspiracy. Elena's smirk from the stand. I'd choked on more than blood, on trust, on the illusion that revenge purified. Trunks in twice? Cosmic joke or glitch in the matrix. No time for metaphysics. The napkin map from Life 1 was gospel now, etched in eidetic recall. But escalation. Phase 0, preempt Elena. In timeline A, she'd been ally turned snitch. B, pure venom. This run, I'd isolate her early, poison the well before it quenched. Manhattan swallowed me whole again. Voss Tower's spire mocking from afar. Interview redux. Alex's bourbon drawl, my hidden gems, line landing like a tracer round. Offer sealed, library keys jangling like shackles. First shift, dust motes danced in sunbeams. Ulysses winking from the safe. Thumbprint? Easier. Handshake at onboarding, press and lift. Files downloaded by lunch. Cloud synced to a Cayman account I'd remembered to set up pre-rebirth. Elena entered on day 3, clipboard and talents. Vicky Hale? Fresh meat. Her accent, Puerto Rican lilt, Queens honed, dripped honeyed barbs. Life 1, we bonded over Merlot. 2, iced her out. Just here to polish spines. I quipped, no eye contact. She lingered, probing. Heard you're the new pet project. Careful. Alex collects strays, then neuters M. Warning or bait. I shrugged, filed away her P.O. box from hacked HR. Step 1 to doxing her side hustle, laundering Voss kickbacks through her cousin's bodega. Marcus, sweet nerd, crashed in on Friday, logs tumbling. Wi-Fi's a beast up here. I dialed charm to 11. Save me, Jedi. Coffee dates ensued, not beers, safer, public. By week 2, he'd spilled. Elena's affair with Alex, her blackmail folder on board members. She's shark in heels, he whispered over lattes. I nodded, filed it. No alliance yet. He'd be my firewall, not fuse. The Times tip? Held fire. Instead, micro-leaks. Anonymous Glassdoor posts on Voss, soul-crushing surveillance. Stock twitched, Alex paranoid pacing per CCTV. My feed, forged chats with rivals, planted on his phone. He confronted at month's end, scotch in hand, library shadows long. Leakers in the ranks. Vic trust no one. His fingers brushed my arm. Test. I pulled back, coy. Trust is earned, Mr. Voss. Like a good book. Tease, retreat. Seduction as scalpel. November's chill bit harder this loop. Thanksgiving a solo TV dinner of regret. Mom's photo, faded Polaroid. Her smile pre-needles, stared from the fridge. The secret? Buried deeper. No email ghosts. Instead, a planted locket in his desk. Mom's, engraved Rs Muse, 95. He'd find it dusting, puzzle pieces clicking without my push. Controversy brewed personal. Dating apps swiped right on a ghost from Life 1. Detective Ruiz, the cop who'd botched my suicide investigation. Coffee meet. You look familiar. Flirt as intel. Bad breakup vibes. He bit, spilling Voss PD ties, donations quashing probes. Betted him for docs, internal memos on AI ethics dodges. Moral rot. Sure. But in America's meritocracy myth, survival's the only ethic. Elena escalated. HR complaints. Anonymous. Hales incompetent. Retaliation? Her cousin's bodega raided by routine inspectors. My Ruiz favor. She cornered in the break room. Coincidence. Puta? Venom bear. Karma's a cleaner. I shot back. Truce shattered. War whispered. Alex's pull came December. Holiday lights twinkling like lies. Penthouse invite. Tree trimming. Bring cheer. I went. Red dress clinging like second skin. Wine flowed. His stories of dad's infidelities slurring out. Richard was a bastard. Screwed over everyone. Locket discovery timed. He paled, pocketed it. Where'd this come from? Feign innocence. Donation box. Seeds sprouted overnight. DNA rush ordered. Results in hand by New Year's. The change, explosive. Victoria Voss. He boomed at the reveal brunch, overlooking frozen reservoir. My blood. We'll rewrite the will. Your seat at the table. Media frenzy. Billionaire's secret heir. Stock surged. I was darling. Elena's glare daggers. Promotion. Chief Innovation Officer. Ethics oversight. Jokes on him. But buried secrets fester. His ledgers? I'd mirrored the drive. Leaks queued. Elena's folder? Marcus cracked it. Her embezzlement trail. $2 mill siphoned. Leverage. Quiet. Or Queen's PD knocks. She seethed. Complied. My puppet now. Climax snowballed January. Davos prep gala at the plaza. Chandeliers wept crystal. Power players prowling. Alex arm in arm. Toasting legacy. My speech. Veiled jabs at data shadows. Crowd murmured. Rivals noted. Backstage, Elena lunged, scalpel from clutch, for the family. Slash aimed throat. Twist. I sidestepped. Ruiz is training from Life 2. She stumbled, blade clattering. Alex burst in. What the? Truth avalanche. Her drive played on projectors. Embezzlement. Affair tapes. Feds swarmed. Ruiz leading. Victoria tipped us. Elena cuffed, screaming betrayal. Alex turned, eyes dawning. You orchestrated? Confession time. Sister secret as bait, leaks as noose. His shove, balcony again, wind savage. Blood betrays blood. But I was ready. Taser from purse, zap. He crumpled, gasping. Why? For Mom. For me. Cops hauled him, stock cratered. Twist 2. Marcus's code, flaw exposed me again. Ruiz, you're in deep hail. Immunity deal. Testify, walk. But Elena's parting shot, from holding, the kid's real, in this life. What? Ultrasound hidden in files, mine? No. Hers. Alex's. The Empire's bastard, leverage unborn. Parole? Nah. House arrest, ankle monitor humming. Book deal, reborn in revenge. Elena birthed in shadows, raising mini Voss. Me? Watching from afar, second rebirth's lesson, vengeance births monsters. But in America's funhouse mirror, that's just progress. Ankle monitor's beep was my new heartbeat, a digital leash in a brownstone I'd inherited from Alex's liquidated assets, poetic justice, or probate's pity prize. House arrest stretched like taffy, therapy sessions via Zoom, depositions in the living room, Ruiz dropping takeout with loaded glances. You're playing with fire, Vic. That kid, Elena's, could flip the script. Her spawn, little Mateo Voss Hale, hyphenated for headlines, cooed from tabloids, the miracle of redemption. Elena, out on bail, played doting mom, but her eyes and photos? Still shark. Rebirth 3 slammed on a muggy June dawn. 2029. Monitor vanished. Brownstone dissolved into walk-up squalor. Alarm. 6:45, 2023. Third time's the charm? Or curse? The hooks now tripled. Blood choke, gavel bang, Elena's scalpel glint. I died equivalents thrice. Body, freedom, soul. This loop, no half measures. The map evolved. Preempt all. Burn bridges pre-built. Subway to Voss Tower. Resolve armored. Interview. Same dance, but my quip sharpened. Uncovering gems? Or skeletons? Alex's laugh boomed. Offer instant. Day 1. Safe cracked sans thumb. Keypad memorized from Life 2's hacks. Files to cloud. Came in fortified with future crypto tips. Bitcoin at $20,000? Buy low. Elena? Ghosted from jump. HR hack pre-shift. Her resume flagged. Interview canceled via spoof email. She never sets foot in the tower. Unemployed. Raging in Queens. No access to betray. Marcus? Vetted early. Coffee. No flirt. Friend-zoned intel. Her grudges. Alex's ticks. Oh you. He said. Code gifted sans strings. Times tip. Day 0. Pre-hire. Broader. Tech Titans data rape. Voss dipped, but not fatal. Sets paranoia without fingering me. Locket. Planted week 1, but with twist. Mom's note inside. Richard, the girl's yours. Don't let him bury us. Alex finds mid-rant. Crumbles. DNA? I volunteer sample at wellness check. Results rigged via Marcus to confirm fast. Change overnight. Sister. Embrace public, but private? I demand board seat day 1. Blood earns equity. He balks, but leverage. Leaked snippet to Wall Street Journal. Folds him. VP by month. Ethics czar with teeth. Audits on AI. Public. Controversy? Rampant. Ruiz? No date. Instead, anonymous donor to his campaign. Mayor run. Voss funded. He probes gently. I feed crumbs. Off record. Alex is dirty. Bed? Nah. Power exchange. His badge shields my leaks. Elena's shadow loomed external. Text from burner. I know you're in. Docs via Ruiz. Her laundering ring exposed. Cousin's bodega shuttered for good. She spirals. Arrested petty theft. No kid this loop. Timeline butterfly. Stay away, or I spill. Her voicemail hissed. Spill what? Mom's full story. Richard's rape allegation buried in 90s payout. Explosive. I weaponize. Plant the claim in Alex's files. Anonymous source. He panics. Confronts. This true. Feign shock. Family secrets die hard. Paranoia peaks. He drinks heavier. Trusts none. Gala climax. December redux. Plaza glow. But my speech nuclear. Innovation without integrity is theft. Projectors. Full ledgers. Deepfakes unmasked. Chaos. Feds Ruiz led. Alex seized mid-toast. Victoria, my blood, mercy. No shove. I whisper. Mercy killed mom. Cuffed. He breaks. Full confession. Election rigs. Her suicide payoff. Elena crashes gate. Desperate. Knifeless. He's mine. Takedown. Her too. Conspiracy charge. Twist. No kid. But Marcus? Hero turn. Code traces clean. Immunity for all. Stock tanks. But I scoop remnants. Voss 2.0. Ethical AI startup. Ruiz mayor? Elected on my whispers. House arrest. Avoided. Book. Bestseller. But third rebirth scar. Isolation. No allies, just echoes. Brooklyn nights. Mom's photo smiles. Vengeance vacuum. Empty win. Or was it? Dawn fourth time? No. This loop held. I stepped into sunlight. Voss Tower mine now. Cleaner to queen. American dream? Nightmared into reality. Wait. Vertigo again. Alarm 6:45. The vertigo wasn't death. It was the loop cracking. A fourth rewind splintering the illusion. Alarm screamed 6:45, 2023, but the walk-up reeked of fresh paint, not mildew. Subtle shift. A Harvard acceptance letter on the fridge, unopened from 17. Butterfly wings from prior lives? I'd meddled enough. Preempted Elena, armored against Alex, but the cosmos rebelled. Or maybe it was mercy, forcing iteration until pure. This time, no subway rush. I tore the letter, burned the bridges pre-cross. Called in sick to the agency, janitor gig ghosted. Instead, came an account seeded with prophetic trades. Ethereum at $1,000? Millions by 25. No Voss Tower. Revenge rebooted, external siege. But blood calls. Alex's publicist number, scraped from Life One's Rolodex memory. Tip line. Voss secret heir seeks contact. Stir the pot sans infiltration. He bites. Brunch at Le Bernardin, waves crashing on plates. Victoria? The DNA, his eyes, haunted. I'd sent the kid anonymously, results pinning his shock. Over oysters, truth dump. Mom's story, full. Affair consensual, but payout coercive. Her OD despairs seed. Your family, he chokes. No seduction, boundaries steal. Family fixes wrongs. Demand. Audit AI, restitution fund for data victims. $100 million, mom's name on it. He agrees, tentative. Media spins, prodigal sister reforms empire. Elena? Distant thunder, jobless, she sues Voss for discrimination. My anonymous affidavit sinks her. Perjury on resume. No knife, no kid, just jail for fraud. Controversy crests personal. Ruiz, now captain, calls. Heard your Voss kin. Coffee. Intel swap. No strings. But temptation nips. His precinct holds Alex's dirt files. Leak them? Moral quagmire. I do. Partially. Redacted to Times. Voss PD collusion. Shields up, backlash down. Marcus? Freelance now, LinkedIn ping. Old friend? Gig. Hire him remote. Ethical hacks on Voss servers. Clean code. No traces. Ledgers exposed piecemeal. Whistleblower drops. Stocks steady bleed. Climax self-orchestrated. Shareholder meet. June 24. I crash as stakeholder. Mic in hand. Blood demands justice. Projectors. Marcus magic unredacted sins. Elections. Identities. Alex on stage. Crumbling. Vic. I. Confession cascades. Board flees. No shove. No cuffs. Resignation letter. Voluntary. Feds circle. But plea deal. Testify. Empire dismantled. Elena? Witness against him for reduced sentence. Twist. Her redemption arc. Co-parenting vibes absent. Ending. No house arrest. No loop. Book. Ghostwritten. Proceeds to mom's fund. Ruiz? Partner. Slow burn. Marcus? CTO of Voss 2.0. My ethical phoenix. But the hook lingers. Midnight. 87th floor. Library mine now. I dust a spine. Whisper to ghosts. Changed overnight? Nah. We rebuilt brick by blood. Dawn breaks loop free. Brooklyn to boardroom. Not revenge, reckoning. American tense. Always. But in the mirror, Victoria Voss smiles. Scarred, sovereign. Twist final. Locket opens. Note new. To my girl, live unbroken. Love, V. Future me? Or mom's echo? Doesn't matter. The story ends where it hooks. Gasping awake. But this time, eyes open to rewrite.